Day 6 quick video today because I'm going out now. Um, so what I've done today, I trained this morning. I went to an open mat, pretty fun, have fun with the people, with the boys. Then came home, had lunch, watched UFC for free. I mean, I didn't pay, but I watched it for free. And then I started coding, not coding, but doing some exercises from day one, from the program that I did yesterday. On yesterday video, I explained it that I was going to do a program that's going to last a year for learning Rust, quant, maths, and some finance. So yeah. Anyways, today was our first date, our first day. Sorry. I had to do some exercise. Wait, I have writing in here. I need to move my phone because it's blocking the screen. So I talked about movements versus copy and clone. And I also did references and mutable references. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm asking ChatGPT to give me some questions about the topic, like not practical questions, but theoretical questions. So I just write them down. I have it in a Word. I write them down, answer those questions as if it was an exam, and then I just ask ChatGPT to give me the answers, and then I compare the answers with my questions. So yeah, basic. Right now I think I don't have to like study before doing those questions because those subjects were pretty easy. But in the future I will probably have to study a little bit about those topics before getting into some questions. So where am I going to study this? I don't know. Probably there is some YouTube content or yeah, I guess some YouTube content. Then I forgot, after doing those theoretical questions, I just open a Rust project, and then I just answer another practical questions that ChatGPT give me, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to finish. I have 2 questions left. I want to finish them now, and then I'm not sure if I'm going out. Maybe we'll see. How many questions do I have left? Wait, just one. Okay, I'm going to answer it in camera. I haven't read the question before, but okay, I actually have 2 questions. So first one, what happens if you try to return a reference of a value that gets destroyed after finishing a function? I had to translate because the question is in Spanish, but yeah. So basically, you cannot do that in Rust. In other languages, I guess you can. I've never done C++, but I guess you can, and then you just get a null pointer exception, right? Because you're referencing something that doesn't exist, and you cannot do that in Rust, and the compiler is going to tell you that you cannot do that. Either way, you could by using lifetimes, and if you declare static into the variable, then this variable will live until your program finishes. So I guess you can kind of resolve this question by the use of the static lifetime. Yeah, that was the first question. Pretty easy. Let's go to the next one. Why a string is not copy but reference to string? You can copy it without a problem. Okay. So string lives in the heap, and you cannot copy values that live in the heap, as you know, so you can only copy values that lives in the stacks, just like I32, F64, char, pool. Yeah, so you cannot copy string because it lives in the heap and it's a expensive. I mean, is it because it's expensive operation or because you cannot do a byte to byte copy? I'm not sure about that. I think it's just because it would be too expensive and the program just doesn't let you do that. And then you can copy reference to string because you're not actually copying the value in the heap, you're copying the pointer in the stack that references the value in the heap. So hopefully I've answered these two questions correctly. I'm going to check it out now, and that's it. What else? Not. I don't know. I don't have anything to talk about today. Tomorrow I will continue doing these exercises. So I'm glad I finished day one. Just 364 days to go. By the way, this week let's talk about that. This week I have to do movement versus copy and clone, references versus multiple references, fat pointers, methods and references, option result, introduction to errors, to errors. And then so I have more things in here. So it gave me some Rust exercises, but I guess I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do the exercises while I'm getting into each subject. And then about quant, I have what is an OHLC plus a temporal series. I have no fucking idea of what is that. Returns and log returns. I don't know what's that. Actually, I'm going to answer it now. So basically, you cannot do the statistic of a, let's say, annual return by just by just calculating the return. You actually need to do the wait, I don't know the word in English, so it's a natural logarithm natural logarithm of the returns, because if not the data would be incorrect. And then what else do I have? Interpret the daily volatility. Okay. And then I also have math, but yeah, it's just like some maths applied to those finances questions, like how to calculate returns. Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe I need to check that out. Maybe I need to, because this is for a week. Yeah, fat pointers, methods and references, enums, option result. That's simple, but exercises I'm passing. I'm probably not doing those exercises. And then let's see week 2, so we can compare a little bit. So week 2 lifetimes. Okay, so we're starting with lifetimes. That's nice. Lifetimes elision, lifetimes instructs. Yeah, I don't know the name in English of that, but when you say like, okay, variable B cannot leave more than variable A. Yeah, that's I have to check the specific word. Then pitfalls, typical pitfalls. I don't know what's that, so it's interesting to have something you don't know in week 2. and then functions that returns internal references. Okay, easy. Exercises: order books with lifetimes and windows of data of OHLC. It's the second time that this word comes out and I have no idea of what is it. So I will check it out maybe tomorrow. Then we also have rolling returns. These are on finance. Rolling returns, sales. Okay, mobile sales. I know that's not the word, that's not the correct word, but it's the literal translation from Spanish to English. And then how do you, yeah, whatever. I don't know what's that. So, and rolling windows and media mobile. Media mobile, it's. I need to study fucking a lot, bro. I'm dumb. I'm fucking dumb. Anyways, that's it for the video. Bad video today. Yeah, bullshit video, honestly. Hopefully tomorrow would be better. So yeah, bye.